I've been needing to replace the headlights on the 300 SD as it's getting closer to actually being a car we can drive on the road. I was looking for headlight upgrades since we've got to replace them anyway, and it looks like the only real option people are talking about are the Euro style one-piece headlights, and those are kind of cool. I don't care for the styling, a lot of people do, but they're also extremely expensive. So here in the US, I've been able to find them on eBay, and that's about it, and they're about $600 a pair for the cheapest ones. So I decided to go ahead and look around, see what I could find as far as upgrades, and I'm surprised nobody's been talking about it before, but you can actually use a 6x7 from like a Jeep Cherokee or a C4 Corvette. I searched the whole internet and I could not find anyone talking about what kind of headlights you could use. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you that now. It's a pretty simple process, pretty much plug and play depending on what headlights you go with. So take a look at what we've got here. We've got some dual projectors that are pretty neat. These also have daytime running light and blinker function. So they're all aluminum housing, pretty good quality. These run about $100, and these come with pigtails, which we're not going to use. But it's nice that they come with these in case you're using them on, you know, a non-stock application for something else. So we're going to go ahead and wire in some extra stuff, but for the most part, it's plug and play. Take a look back here and see how we got to get started. So there are some little thumb twist locks we've got to remove. We've got this one here, and then we've got one down there. This one's got to come off first because our side marker needs to come off before we can take this little headlight fascia. This just pulls out. I can set that to the side. I think the 300 SDs came with a couple different styles of these brackets. A couple of them have a lot more of these thumb screws. Looks like mine only have these two here. Alright, be careful with this little piece because this can break. If it comes off, this is how it goes back on. So slide that in and kind of press it down, it locks in place. So we can set that to the side. Then we're going to go ahead and remove this little valence piece here. You don't have to do it, but if you're using a screw gun, you'll want to do it. I'm just going to use a screwdriver, so I won't really need to. You want to grab a long Phillips head. If you have a short one, you'll have to remove that fascia. So I'm going to go ahead and remove all four of these. We'll move on to the next step. We've got the headlight retaining bezel removed. Just 4 little Phillips head screws. Now we can pull this guy out. It has a regular 3-prong connector here at the back, so we can remove that. If you're just going with a more stock headlight, all you got to do is just pop that sucker in and you're good to go. Since we're going to do the optional blinker function and daytime running light, we're going to have to do a few extra things. If you get this headlight specifically, then these instructions will apply perfectly to you. Just plug this in here. Our yellow is going to be for our blinker, and the white is daytime running light. Expose these terminals here. And where we're going to have to get our signal from these, or for these, is over here on our corner light. Go ahead and plug this in so we don't have to worry about it falling down. And if you wanted to test it, now would be the time for that. We need to take a look over here now on our turn signal. Go ahead and disconnect it. One of them is going to be a ground, one of them is going to be for blinker, and then the third one is going to be for our daytime running light. So what you can do if you're not sure which one is which, go ahead and go in the car, turn your parking lights on, and then come out here with a meter and take your measurements. So let's go ahead and do that now. We've got our meter ready to go on DC voltage. We've got the parking light on and the blinker going. So we're going to go ahead and go through these. I'll tell you right now, this one's your ground. Take a look at this bottom left connector. We've got 12 volts constant. That's going to be our parking light. That goes to the daytime running light, or the white wire right there. And then we have our turn signal right there. You can see the meter blinking on and off. So there's a couple different ways you can go about connecting your power to these lights. Since they're going to be very low amperage, what I'm going to do is strip this back here and just use a trailer crimp connector and bring the wires over to here. You're going to need to get a drill bit and pop a hole in this back housing so you can run your 2 wires through here as well. So this housing happens to be broken actually, so I've already got a hole here that I can just run some wires through. I've got 2 wires made with connectors on them. I'm going to go ahead and run them through the back of the headlight housing. Pop them out this side here. Here's our trailer connectors. These are some really good ones that have the dielectric grease already in them, so I like these a lot. Take our one that we identified as the park light. Go ahead and do that one first. Connect it here. Oh, check that out. That's nice. Our connector's falling apart. Once this is connected back to the actual corner light, it should stay together. There we go. Perfect. Okay, go ahead and get this thing back together. And there you have it. Pretty sweet looking headlights and a really good upgrade as well. Got our other side installed and I think they turned out pretty nice. So low beam on this one is that top projector, and then the bottom beam and the top beam come on when you're using your brights. That's what it looks like when you're using your blinker, even when that park light or daytime running light is on. So it cancels out the white light on the bottom and you get your blinker working. So pretty cool. You'll have to go through the regular process of adjusting your headlights, of course. Make sure they're pointing where they're supposed to. But that's it. If you have any questions, put them in the comments. Thanks for watching.